So the cool thing about this 27 boxes, number one is that it uses standardization. So when it comes to standardization, it means that it's so easy to maintain the boxes. So in the event where something happens to one shop, you know that it's easy to repair it, you know that it's easy to maintain it, and you know that it's also cost efficient. At the same time, in South Africa, you don't really have a lot of standardization. So it's a new thing, it's a new concept, and at the same time it uses a lot of prefabrication. So when the things are assembled on site, you definitely know that it's not going to take time, because malls all the time tell you due date is going to be complete on the 26th of November, and you plan for it. When you get there, it's not there. They tell you, hey, delays. Another thing about standardization that you'd like to add?
Yeah, just to add, I think the new trend in construction and in kind of building is, of course, standardization, prefabrication, and sustainability is very, very high on the agenda. Yeah, we're looking at how do we now minimize waste, how do we now think of solutions in such a way that they are both innovative and appealing to people, but make sure that the environment is still taken care of. So with here where we repurpose materials that we used, definitely it minimizes the damage on the environment, and it still produces a very functional and optimized space.
Exactly. And of course, you know that number one, the environment will not be harmed in any way. And it's going to be a material that suits the environment. You know that in the event of weather or anything that could cause the material to weather out, it still works because it's still cheaper to replace it. So, and it's also a new trend, especially like in the UK. So it being in South Africa, you know that definitely we're keeping up with the trend, and we're being very innovative. Yeah.
I think that we are a bit behind on the whole eco-green thing, because I feel like global warming is really, it's true and it's real. We can see during this year, we hardly had winter. And I think that we take it for granted. And if you look around Johannesburg, the amount of papers that are on the floor, there aren't really any dustbins that just say paper, glass, and there is no lifestyle or like an environment to say let's go green. We hear it on TV, but it's not there's no emphasis on, guys, this is how serious it is. If we don't start now, we are jeopardizing the futures of our grandchildren and so on and so on. So I think I think that there should be more of an awareness of, guys, let's start picking up papers, let's start going green, let's start taking care of this earth that we've been.
So shopping, especially malls, it's just everything's so spread out. You've got to walk miles from one shop to the other, you know, it's hectic. And if you want to shop for many things, you've got to spend a day doing shopping. So I'd rather just have everything all in one spot. So it just takes a lot of time. That's what I hate about it, really.
Definitely in malls, I don't like to walk endlessly for long distances, and I like variety in the mall. So the mall should be relatively compact with large number of shops, different types of shops, not the same kind of shop that you find in every single mall. So yeah.
I hate that nowadays every corner there's a shopping mall. And I understand that it's convenient for people, but every day there is no difference from that mall to that mall to that mall.
Yeah, I find it really depressing, the fact that it's so like everyone's just buying the same garments over and over again, and nothing's like different and innovative, and it's all pretty much just factory produced, I think.
Also, the spaces themselves don't have any charm most of the time. The buildings feel as mass produced as the clothing. So it's nice to have something unique.
My main issue would be the security. I mean, I've heard about lots of malls where there have been muggings and things like that taking place, you know, and just like if they could improve the security.
The originality, I guess, of shopping malls, there aren't enough original stores or retailing stores that obviously will embrace or look to throw out the proudly South African brand, if you can say that. There's too many of the same stores, especially chain stores that are obviously multinational companies, like companies from overseas. So it would be cool to have more local brands or stores, being advertised, and therefore in that sense there'll be a lot more originality and diversity in terms of branding and stores being different from each other.
What we pride ourselves on in the store is being unique, different pieces of jewelry. You're not walking into any commercial store where they've got 10 of everything. Everything we've hand-picked here, and we manufacture a lot of the goods here. And as you can see, we've got the workshop at the back where we're going to be manufacturing full-time. So yeah, we're very excited about the concept and bringing it here.
I like local designers, and just because it's very rare for you to bump into someone who's wearing the same thing as you, and sometimes you don't want to bump into someone who's wearing the same thing as you because they may wear it in a way that you wouldn't necessarily like it to be worn. And I know with myself, if I like something and someone isn't wearing it the way that I would like it to be worn, then I tend to think that they did that item of clothing a disservice.
The reason why you'd want to buy at a shopping center that has a variety and also a unique kind of shop is because, number one, you feel like it's exclusive. So you know that when I go to this place, I dress differently from everybody on campus. Number two, it also makes you feel like, okay, great, I've got my own kind of brand, because everybody wants to feel different in a sense. And also it's gonna definitely attract you to that specific place all the time, because you know it's not gonna be the same that other malls have.
I think fashion is definitely about making a statement, your own type of statement. So finding unique pieces, not the kind of manufactured same type of stuff, is important, because then you know that I've picked this thing, it's suited to me, and someone else won't kind of be having the same trend or trying to make the same statement with the same outfits.
So I would prefer maybe shopping at a boutique because they don't make like a lot of stuff, like they don't make a certain design to be excessive, and then you could kind of like have your own style, have your own fashion.
So basically I would want something specially designed for me, only because I'm that unique.
So the store is called Somerset Jane Meets Measle Studio. The idea behind it is that I am a fashion designer, so I do clothing, and then we have textile design from a screen printing studio called Measle. Measle stands for My Epic South African Way, and she does all originally designed textiles and screen printing. I design clothing, and then we collaborate on a capsule collection of clothing together. So yes, we both have existing shops already, and when we heard about this centre, we decided that we didn't want the stress of having two separate shops again, each owning two shops. So we combined and collaborated, and I think it's important to do that for small local business in South Africa. If we can support each other, band together, it makes things more affordable. It's also nice to have someone to lean on that's an entrepreneur and going through the same things as you. So that's the background to how our little store got.
So I think 27 Boxes is a really cool idea. I mean, obviously creating a market where you can have niche businesses all in one place, and obviously creating a platform where the public is able to then go to a place where they usually wouldn't find that product, but are then capable of finding that product and enjoying that experience. I think that's really cool. I mean, I know that it's very hard for people to start businesses and to keep their businesses going, to make sure that they have a sustainable market. And I think that what 27 Boxes has done is basically bridge the gap between the ordinary man on the street and those niche markets that usually can't be tapped into because there's just not enough awareness about them. So I think what they're doing is absolutely amazing. I don't usually like shopping. I think it's usually like a very painful experience, but I'm pretty sure that 27 Boxes is going to be amazing.
I think it's brilliant. It's beautiful architecture, and it's right where it needs to be within Melville. So I like it. I like it a lot. It's going to be a place where a lot of students and young adults and people who are arty will definitely be drawn to. I think it's a cool idea to have.
This is our first shop here at 27 Boxes. We're really excited to be here. We think the concept is amazing. We like the fact that they're using repurposed material. They're using containers, and it's a first for Africa. So I think it's important that people come down and support the shops here. I think it's going to be wildly successful, and I also think that it's going to spread like wildfire. Anytime you get a chance to use repurposed material, you know, in a continent like Africa, I think it's brilliant, and I think it's going to be a great success.
I'm Tumisani. I'm the chef. She's the barista here. Well, we started like 2 years ago. What we did is like we started as a mobile. So we go like do it in your backyards. You would hire us, tell us what you want, we prepare that, do it for you. We like we produce fresh stuff. Everything that we do is from the scratch. There's nothing that has been pre-made. We are about freshly made products.